The first women to anchor a KETV evening newscast, KFAB Radio's first female news director, and the first host of NET's weekly primetime show, Consider This. Carol tells us of another first, the first woman in Omaha to start as a weekend weather girl before becoming evening news anchor. Carol began her broadcasting career at KMTV Channel 3 intern at the time, when internships were how women got their foot in the door. And in her book, Dr. Worth calls Carol a groundbreaker who insisted on covering a major story as an intern when a police officer was killed, even though at first the station told her, nope, no way a woman would go to the crime scene. I have a feeling Carol went to the crime scene. Her first full-time job was working the overnight shift at KLNG Radio. That is defunct. I don't know what the call letters are now. Carol's spirited confrontation with Omaha's mayor during a news conference got the attention of KETV, and in 1979 she began an almost 20-year career as a KETV reporter and anchor. And during her early days at KETV, she covered a city hall, county board, and spot news beat on a regular basis, and she took a personal interest in her signature feature, Wednesday's Child. You remember those? Those were great. She also produced nearly 800 editions of the public issues program Viewpoint. And in 1997, Carol became news director and morning co-host at KFAB, where she hosted, not where she hosted Consider This, but she worked with, I got to work with her there. And I'd known Carol for years, but we got to be close, and it gave way to another first. She was the first news director, a female news director at KFAB, and the first to actually corral Pavelka and me on the air. So really good. She also hosted Consider This, a weekly primetime interview show produced by UNO for NET. For 5 years, Carol frequently contributed to NET Radio News and reported for NPR and the Voice of America. After serving as Chief Deputy Office Deputy in the Douglas County Assessor's Office, she became a realtor. Carol's work for the community and for her church is as impressive as her career in journalism. Please welcome the Omaha Press Club Journalist of Excellence Hall of Fame, Carol Schrader.
This is pretty fun. You know, I thought about writing a speech. They said 2 minutes, and I said, you know, Anne would say it all. And I know so many same people in Roseanne. We came from that group of people that were inspiring. I have to mention, though, someone that hasn't been mentioned, Mark Petier, who was my first news director, who said, Carol, sins of omission are even worse than sins of commission. So, in other words, don't leave stuff out because people will read the wrong thing into it. I mean, it was those little things. We were in news, and Roseanne, and even when Mike Kelly kind of waltzed on the scene covering City Hall when I was down there, Prescott, everywhere I look in this room are people who were redefining a form of journalism called broadcast. They started it. You're still redefining newspapers right now. That online stuff. Would you ever think that, Mike? No. It's an evolving medium, and that has been the true joy and the challenge, and meeting wonderful people. Leo, congratulations on your award. You got some good writers in this room. Just great people I love to read. I am so pleased. I could go on and on. I want to thank my little spiritual table down here. The good Episcopalians showed up from Trinity Episcopal and other churches. They helped me through some things. But this is a wonderful town. The best part of all is that I am so connected to all the people that receive awards tonight. Mike just flew into town, and I met him on his 5th day or something. And, we share a garage wall right now. We live in adjoining townhomes. Joe Patrick, who was just a delight of a man, he also was in World War II with my father. They were naval pilots. And David Haberman, I watched you build that journalism department at Creighton. I am so blessed to live in this town. I'm so blessed to know these people, and they feel the same way I know about working with all these people. And thank you for the press club, and all the shows I was in that had nothing to do with journalism other than, I told Dean Pritchard, there's a couple of Episcopalian priests here and a deacon, I do have a picture of me in a Playboy bunny outfit.
Yeah.
And I will share that to you. But I can't be as good as Ann in saying everything because I knew she'd take care of it all. So I can be the emotional one. Thank you so much. This is so cool. Thank you, friends, all of you. And even if you don't like me, didn't we have a good time?